Hi, I'm Matt and this is NotEnoughTECH. This is Xiaomi Mi 9 and I've reviewed this phone a couple of days ago. You can watch the review in here, so if you're interested in that, just click in there in the corner. You'll get the information about the Xiaomi and what I think about it. Now, since this is my primary phone, I'm interested in two things: rooting the phone and making AndroidPay work as well. And this is something I'm going to show you because it took me a rather long time to figure out everything, so I thought it might be a nice guide for anyone interested in doing so really quickly. But first, disclaimer: whatever you're gonna do to your phone, don't hold me responsible. The procedure works. I've tried that before and I've locked the phone again so I could showcase it now, so I know it worked for me, and if something happens to your device, please don't hold me responsible for that. So with that disclaimer out of the way, there's going to be a couple of things we're going to go through. But first, in the description of this video, you're going to find a complete timeline, which will tell you at what point in the video what I'm going to do. And also there's going to be a linked article, so if you want something explained and you want to take this at your own pace, feel free just to go to the article. You'll see all the links as well that I'm using in this video. So remember to check the description, guys. Now, what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to unlock the phone. The phone is locked. I've locked it again, so we would go through entire procedure with you. Then we're going to flash a development version of the ROM, because on the stable, it's not as of today, but right now on the stable ROM, there is a still problem with the notifications on this phone. So I'm going to flash the development version of this ROM to get rid of this problem. Then we're going to root the phone using Magisk tool, or whatever it's called right now, because I haven't got a clue how to pronounce this, and I'm not going to use a custom recovery. So if you're interested in custom recovery, yeah, sure. To be honest, I hardly ever use it, so I'm not going to go to flash a custom recovery. I'll show you how to do it without. And once this is done, we're going to take care of the Magisks, and we're going to take care of the passing SafetyNet, because that's an issue as well. So if you had a problem with SafetyNet, there's going to be a separate section for that. Lastly, once we've got SafetyNet sorted, once we've got root sorted, we're going to get AndroidPay working. So that's the intro for today. Let's start rooting. So this is Xiaomi Mi 9 and I'm running already beta, but I'm going to show you how to do the beta as well to fix the notification issue. But before we get into that, there's a couple of things we need to do. First of all, we need to unlock the phone. So go to your MIUI, just press it a couple of times to get a developer status, and then back out. I don't know why this is not in the same menu, but if you go to additional settings, then you'll see developer options. And now we can proceed with unlocking the phone. So you can press the unlocking. It'll ask you to enable it. Now the phone is not unlocked yet, but obviously we're going to do it. So that's everything that we needed to do in here. So we can now go and power off the phone. Now, to unlock the phone, what you have to do is apply for permission to unlock, and you do it in a website ENQUIRIES.com. Now, there's a couple of things to bear in mind. First of all, if it's your first time, you might face a timer, and this timer will take even to a couple of days of waiting time, in which you still have to use your phone as normal. Now, once you unlock it for the first time, you should not get that timer later on, as long as you keep using the device in the same account. But if you're gonna see the timer, there's not much you can do about it, and unfortunately you'll have to wait a couple of days before you can go ahead with this. So download the Mi Unlock tool and install it. So I already have it installed, so let me just open it. You have to agree, then you have to log in. Now, once you log into your account, you have to put your device in recovery, so volume down and power. And you'll see the device in recovery, after which this will start connecting. Now, if you have any problems, there's a cog in here and it will ask you for MIUI USB driver, so check that and install the driver if needed. Now, remember, unlock with erase all the data, so unfortunately this is something we have to go through and you'll lose all the data. Make sure it's backed up. The procedure takes about a minute or so, and after which your phone's going to be unlocked and it will boot back to the default ROM. As you can see, the status of the phone is unlocked, it's gonna rebuild the database, and after which it's gonna reboot itself again. Now, before you can continue, you have to activate the device, which means you have to enter your Xiaomi account details so the device would know that it is authorized attempt. So I need to open Wi-Fi settings and log into my account. Now that I activated the device, because I want to change the ROM, I promise you show you how to do it so you would fix the notification issue. I don't have to go anywhere because it's gonna be another wipe. So I'm just going to keep the phone on this screen, and let's head back to a computer. Now we don't need that screen anymore. Let's go into the download. You have to download Xiaomi Mi Flash tool from this website. When you click on it, you'll get the zip. And in here you have a password to unlock the zip. So install the tool, and it looks really simple. So this is the tool that we're going to use to flash the beta version of the ROM, so development version. And this is the best website to use it because we want fast boot files. Check all the versions. This is a global version, so I'm using the global version. And my advice is to actually download a stable and developer version. So you have a stable version for Xiaomi Mi 9 and developer version for Xiaomi Mi 9. I'm gonna download the both because just in case I want to swap something or fix something, it's good to have them already on your computer. So obviously I've downloaded and unpacked it, so you can see it in here. Now, word of advice, when you're creating folders, do not use any spaces, because for whatever reason this tool does not like spaces. Now when you unpack the ROM, let's head in the folder with the ROM, you'll see all the flash all scripts. So this is how you know you've got the correct version of this ROM. Now we have to put the phone again into a recovery mode, so I have to just power it off. You won't be able to do it if you didn't activate the device. So I'm powering it off, I'm going back to my tool, and I'm selecting correct ROM, so I'm going to ADB, now my downloads, I want global beta, and I want the root folder, so the one that has subfolder images. Just make sure there is no spaces in here. Like I said, if any of your folders has any spaces, you will get an error. Now boot into the recovery, volume down and power. And once in recovery and you can see this, just click on the refresh. If you cannot see the device at this point, there is a driver you can reinstall, so you might want to do this as well and then reboot your computer. But if everything is okay, all you have to do is look at the bottom. Now you have a couple of options. Make sure you select clean all. You don't want to lock your phone, you don't want to lock your bootloader again, so make sure you select clean all at the bottom in here. Now once this is done, you can start the procedure. It's going to take about 360 seconds. The flash is successful, and now the ROM is booting, so in a couple of moments I'll be able to continue. So since I'm going to root the device, I have to log in and prepare my Android for further work. So I'm gonna cut the video short here and get back to you when the device is fully set up for the next step, which is root. Okay, once you've got everything installed, there's a few things that we need to do. First of all, let's take care of our Android. So we need to go to the settings of the Android and enable developer settings again, and enable the USB debugging. So go to your additional settings. Oh, I forgot to turn on the developer settings, so let's go here quickly, tap this a couple of times, enable developer settings, go back to additional settings, developer options now, and I want updates to be turned off because I'm gonna be rooting. I want USB debugging to be on, and later on I'm going to be using the security settings USB debugging, so I might as well just switch this on. That's gonna need your SIM cards to be inside, so make sure the SIM card is inside as well. So I'm just going to quickly enable this. This is mainly for tasker later on, so I could toggle a couple of settings. Accept, that's gonna be turned on. we're still playing with the phone, so let's finish playing with the phone. Now go to the Magic's either XD thread or website and download the latest Magic's Manager. I've already downloaded it and it's here, so I can just transfer it to my phone. So just go to your phone, select the file transfer, open this and put it into a root of your storage. Now earlier on I've asked you actually to go and download the fastboot version of your ROM, and I've asked you for a fastboot so you could have access to images and then have access to a ROM image, boot image. So copy this as well so you could have both. So I have a boot image and I have a Magic's Manager, which I'm going to install now. Now before I'm gonna go any further, let's actually go and set up ADB on the computer. So go to SDK Platform Tools by Google, download them for Windows. Now press Windows key, type Advanced System Settings, and then Environment Variables. Now in the bottom, click on Path, so look for the path, there's a path in here, click on Edit, add new entry, and then Browse, and navigate to folder when you've extracted the platform tools. So I've extracted in here, I'm selecting platform tools and click OK, OK, and OK, and OK. And what it does on your computer is you no longer have to send any files to the folder with platform tools. So you don't have to populate this folder, you can access actually the ADB directly from any window. So if you press down shift and then right click it, come on, don't select anything, you'll open PowerShell and you'll see, even though I'm not in a correct folder, if I type in devices, ADB devices, it still have access to that information, so it will have that environmental variable. Computer will know where to look for the tools you need. So that's something that's already enabled on my computer. So let's start rooting, and to root it, I've already copied everything in here, so what I have to do is just open the Magisk. So first we need to install it, and so go to your file manager of your choice and install. Settings, allow installation, go back, install, okay, open it up and then go to settings in here, switch to a beta, it's great, go back to the main screen, just refresh it, and then install at the top, install again, and select and patch a file. Now allow to access the devices and select, it's gonna be in my root, so I might use my file manager, scroll it and use the boot image that we downloaded earlier. So patch that file, it's gonna take only a couple of moments. Okay, all done, so exit it out and now navigate back to your stuff. You can get rid of the Magic's Manager, you can get rid of the boot. And now in your downloads, you should see Magisk patched image. So cut this file out and place it somewhere in your ADB. So I'm going to put it into my Mi9 here. So that's the old one. So that's my new Magisk patched image, and we need to flash this. First, we need to power it off. So let me just power it off. Now we need to prepare our window with debugging, where the file is. So I'm just going to do it here, open PowerShell window here, with shift down. Now command this, fast boot flash boot, and then if you type in Magisk or MA and then press tab, it will autofill it for you. So let's get it into the recovery. Okay, it's recovery is done. I'm ready with my command, so we're just going to flash it into a boot, and we're going to flash the new space. So what you do, fastboot, flash, boot, name of the partition, and then the name of the files. Like I said, just type in MAG and then press tab on your keyboard. It will fill in the rest because the file is in the same folder, and do it. It only take a couple of seconds, and then fast boot reboot. And you're sorted. Right now you have your root complete. Now, I've mentioned before that I'm not doing the custom recovery because I don't use it. So if you want a custom recovery, feel free to flash the custom recovery as well. But to be honest, I've not from my Pixel 3, I've not used it since. Okay, the phone is back online, so let's have a look if we have a root. So I have a root checker in here, so I can click it and agree. And no problem, yeah, that's okay. I agree. Get started. And let's check if we have a root. Verified root. Grant. And congratulations, there is a root access. Now, that's not all the work done, because when we gonna open the settings in here and we tap for the SafetyNet, oops, come back, you will see that CTS profile will fail. And fortunately, that's a very quick fix. So in order to do it, what we have to do is go to Downloads and look for the module, which is called SafetyNet. Safety patch, sorry, and download it. Install. And the phone will prompt you to reboot this. So let's reboot it. So I've applied in the modules, you'll see that the safety patch has been applied. So let's try to pass the SafetyNet now. And tada, we've passed 2 things, which means you should be able to start working with AndroidPay. So let's open the Magisk. Let's go Magisk hide. And there's the 2 things that you want to hide. You want to hide the Google Play services. You can just pick the services you want to hide. I hide all of them and it's fine. And then Google Pay, because we don't want Google Pay to be on the list. So let's do this, exit the app. And now let's open the Google Pay app. And we'll see what's going to say. It probably won't let me add another card. It will come up with a problem. So let's get started. As you can see, I couldn't finish setup because it discovers that the phone is rooted. Fortunately, there is a fix for that. So if you want the source of the fix, just go to this thread in here, which is making Magisk work with Google Pay, and it does work. So what you're gonna need is a terminal emulator for Android and SQL database editor. So both of the apps I'm going to install now and show you how to fix this. Okay, so let's go to Play Store and install first terminal emulator, and then we have to install SQL editor. I'm using this one. Install it, and once you're done, open the SQL database editor. It's going to be a couple of entries that we have to modify, so grant the permissions. Now go to File Explorer, go to Data, then Data again, and scroll all the way to .com.google, and then .google.android GMS. Now in there, look for databases, and in the databases, DG database. It has 16 rows in here, and mine may differ, yours may differ. And we need to edit all the files that have AD attest. So click on that, edit, and in the C, just type in 0. And edit. Now next one, where is next one? This one. Edit, same in the C, just type in 0. Now this one at the station, same thing, edit, type in 0. This one, same thing, type in 0. Next one here. Two more left. So we're modifying a database in here, and after the database modified, we have to lock it, and that's why we have Android emulator. So edit, and we're done with this. Now head to your emulator. Now first grant a super user access, so type in SU to grant. the super user. And once you've got that, then it's cd and then navigate to that same directory. Then press enter, and we have to lock the chmod, and that's 440, and our file, which is dg database db, and it's done. So let's try this again, and you can see it's contacting the bank right now, so I should have a AndroidPay ready. All I have to do is just confirm and set up the screen lock, and I have an AndroidPay working and the root available. Alright guys, by now your phone should be ready to go and you can enjoy the root on the phone, you can enjoy extra privileges for Tasker or web applications you want to run, and AndroidPay, which means you can just tap and get yourself a coffee. So now if you want to buy me a coffee with your AndroidPay, well, I don't think it works with the PayPal, but there is a link to a PayPal as well, so if I helped you a lot, top up my coffee jar and I'll be very, very grateful. As usual guys, I do not have a posting schedule, so if you're interested in any updates whatsoever, then do sign up for social media and follow me, or just follow this YouTube channel. There's a couple of nice things coming up soon, with really cool reviews coming up soon, so do pay attention to that. And as usual, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.